This is a pretty historic event for people here. This gym holds roughly 1,500 people, and it was packed. In fact, it was standing room only. One of the people standing especially tall is Kennedy Korpus. She's only 10, but tonight she has something to brag about. A note from President Obama excusing her from her last day of class.
It says, "To Kennedy's teacher, please excuse Kennedy's absence. She's with me, Barack Obama."
The president wrote that note during the question and answer segment of his town hall meeting. You see, it was Kennedy's dad, John, who spilled the beans on his daughter's decision to skip school.
My name is Jenn Karlman. I'm fortunate enough to be here with my 10-year-old daughter who is missing her last day of school for this. I hope she doesn't get in trouble. Yeah.
Do you need me to write a note?
I'll take you up on that, actually, Mr. President.
I'll start writing it now. What's your name?
Jenn Karlman.
No, her.
Oh. Well, considering I have some people here from work that are very interested in what
No, I'm serious. What's your daughter's name?
Her name?
Huh?
Her name is Kennedy.
Kennedy, all right. That's a cool name. I'm going to write to Kennedy's teacher. Okay, go ahead. I'm listening to your question.
As her dad spoke, the president wrote, eventually walking down and handing Kennedy her note. A lesson in politics she didn't learn in school.
All right.
Really cool, awesome. It's like the best thing ever.
In June, it was worth $43,350. And today's ending balance, it was $28,477.
Staring at his financial statement, 71-year-old Bob Smits can't believe he's lost $14,000 of his savings in the past 3 months.
This is kind of scary, though. You know, to see the stock market drop that much at one time.
Bob, his wife, and their son own the Redwood Inn, a small restaurant on the outskirts of Green Bay. They bought it in 1963 when a plate of perch cost 60 cents. 45 years later, perch is $10.50, and the money they've worked so hard for is melting away in the market.
I got some other stocks that have dropped. Just terrible. Terrible. I'm in the same boat as my customers are, you know.
Unfortunately, Bob's story is not unique, but there is some irony here. His restaurant is located where Main Street literally meets Wall Street.
We don't have a bull and we don't have a bear. All we have here is chicken and perch. That's about it.
They also have a television tuned into the latest market news.
Holy man, did you see it's down to 425.
Watching as that Wall Street affects their Wall Street.
You just have to ride the storm out. You never lose until you sell it.
I'd rather be here. It's just like Brent Farr said, Green Bay is a wonderful place to live in.
And hopefully for Bob to retire in with money left in the bank.
It's that railroad sounding, that train sounded thing.
When Tom O'Neill heard the storm barreling toward his trailer, he went to the only place he thought he might be safe.
I went into my spare bathroom, got in the bathtub, and then I heard the windows crashing and the glass breaking, and I don't know. I was shoved around in the bathtub. I went for a ride. I sort of know what Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz.
But Tom didn't end up in Oz. He ended up here, several hundred feet from his house, in a pile of broken belongings and branches, and still in his bathtub.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. I crawled out of it. Yeah, it saved my life.
Tom's friends and family spent all morning sifting through his yard.
Yeah, the old pictures from the fire.
Mike Hedman helped Tom rebuild his bar when it burned down last year. Today, he's back again.
I never seen nothing like this before. You see it on TV, you know, but you never realize it until you're really there. You know, it's just so bad. We went through a fire, and we came through that, and I know we'll come through this again.
Truly an amazing story there. You know, when we were talking, when Tom was leading me through all of his debris, he said, Jen, I knew I was going to be okay when he landed in his bathtub in that debris, and he looked over and he saw a baby deer standing there. They're organized and particular about details. Their combined age is younger than most CEOs, and spelling is still a work in progress. These are Oshkosh's newest business owners.
Hi, I'm Wyatt. I'm 10, and I like pink lemonade. Hi, my name is Haley. I'm 7 years old, and I like yellow lemonade. Hi, my name is Harmony. I am 7 years old, and I like yellow lemonade. Hi, my name is Carson. I am 9 years old, and I like both kinds of lemonade.
The Mraz family started the Best Choice lemonade stand at the urging of their bank, where each of the 4 kids just opened a savings account. They came up with a business plan, mission statement, even a company mascot. So this is just the lemonade dude?
Yeah.
They even asked the bank for a loan. So the bank gave you $19.78.
Yep.
And what's your interest rate? The stand hopes to raise $100 by summer's end, money which these kids plan to donate to Habitat for Humanity.
We want to raise money so that people can have homes, so that they can have their own privacy and their own space to be with their own family.
The lemonade stand is even hiring, but they're pretty particular about who they want working behind the counter. You have to have a positive attitude and be between 6 and 12 years old. A business by kids, for kids, and for adults to admire.
It is supposed to be fun. And that you can help people get houses.
Who wants to be the treasurer and handle all the money? Everybody. That's your tip.
Thanks.
Thank you.
On the surface, just bubbles, but go down a few feet and it's a whole different world. This is a mock crime scene. A sunken blue sedan sits on the floor of the harbor at Old Stone Quarry Park.
Front end is pointed towards the pier. Appears to be a dark blue.
Inside, a mannequin, fake blood and hair samples, and bullets.
Young target in the passenger seat, belted in.
All clues divers need to collect.
What we're doing here this week is really essentially applying the same skills that police officers, detectives, investigators use above ground, and now taking that one step further and putting that underwater.
But that's not as easy as it looks. Divers say they feel like astronauts. The difference is their space is water.
We'll go through the same order of photographing the exterior all around as best as we can. The difficulty with being in the water is your buoyancy.
Several local agencies are participating in this training, and today they are putting into action what they've learned in the classroom in the past 2 days. It's knowledge they know they'll use. Many of these divers worked when Mahalia Zhang disappeared 2 years ago. They found her inside her car at the bottom of the Fox River.
That case was handled to the very best of our abilities at that point. Now with this school added into it, we have a lot more evidence recovery systems available.
Systems with which they now have hands-on experience.
A lot of heavy weeds.
After climbing 14 stories of scaffolding, Terry Whitefield steps onto his office.
This is a dream come true.
He's using his talent to craft this church into a copper masterpiece.
I always say it starts on top. You've got to protect it from the roof down.
This roof is 140 feet up. 2 domes built nearly 150 years ago of brick and slate. Slate that is now crumbling, and brick that's now breaking.
These were found either on the sidewalk or up on the copper entrance roof.
The church determined the debris was falling from corners that held 900-pound stones.
If enough of those stones came loose underneath that, who knows? If one of those came down, could come right through the roof of the church.
Not wanting to take that chance, the parish paid $750,000 for a makeover. Terry's made roughly 3,500 copper tiles, all by hand, a process that took 2 months.
The domes where we've taken off all of the slate, and then we had to resheet everything, and then we made exact replica out of copper instead of slate.
One dome is nearly finished except for the cross, a section Terry says is personal.
That's the part I take the most pride in. I've donated that to the church, and that's my way of giving to them.
And he hopes to continue giving. Terry plans to work with churches, making magic out of metal until retirement.